What is going on tonight? Listen, Chad, listen. I know.
I really don't know.
You do know.
I don't.
Listen to me. Okay, let me talk here for a second, okay? I've watched a little bit of you talking. And every time that we talk about you put your head down. Your face is beet red. Somebody who doesn't know what happened, your face wouldn't be beet red because you really wouldn't know. Your face is beet red because you're nervous.
No, I'm not nervous.
What happened? What happened this morning when you went to work?
On June 15th, 2023, a quiet community in Clermont County, Ohio, was transformed by a crime that would shock the entire country. A 911 call came in reporting a shooting. But when deputies arrived, they discovered something far more devastating than an ordinary shooting. 3 young boys had been killed. Their names were Clayton, Hunter, and Chase. Clayton was 7 years old. Hunter was 4. Chase was only 3. Their mother had also been wounded, and the man investigators would accuse of killing the children was their own father. His name was Chad Doerman. What happened that afternoon would lead to one of the most disturbing criminal investigations in recent Ohio history. But the case would eventually become about much more than the deaths themselves. It would become a story about an interrogation, a confession, a constitutional right, an insanity defense, a possible death sentence, and finally, a decision that would bring the case to an unexpected conclusion. This is the story of Chad Doerman, and this is the story of the interview that investigators believe could explain everything.
According to the state, Doerman had come home from work early that afternoon. He was carrying a Bible and walking around the house, mumbling, "Opened fire." Hunter was shot in. 32-year-old Chad Doerman was taken into custody. Investigators believe this wasn't a spontaneous act of violence. According to the state, Doerman later claimed he had been thinking about killing his sons for months. A grand jury indicted him on 21 counts, including 9 counts of aggravated murder, 8 counts of kidnapping, and 4 counts of felonious assault. Then came what prosecutors considered some of their most important evidence: a recorded interview with Doerman shortly after the shootings. According to the state, Doerman made several statements that appeared to amount to a confession, but there was a problem. Something happened during that interview that would eventually lead a judge to rule that the interrogation could not be used at trial. And before we get into that legal battle, we're going to see and hear the interview for ourselves. We can listen to Doerman in his own words as detectives question him about what happened. And knowing what happened afterward, some of his answers take on a very different significance.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
You need to contact the front when you're done. You're going to be
Chad, I'm Mike Ross. You got your, let me get this. You want to stand up? Put these in the front, okay, so it's more comfortable. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit this button. These cuffs are pretty old. There we go. I just want to make sure they don't get tighter on you. Should drink water there. Like I was saying, I'm Mike Ross. This is Mike Clayton. We've met before, but you probably don't remember. It's back in 2015. I came out to your house when you were on Virginia Drive, when you lived on Virginia. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk to you about what happened today, but I got to read this to you real quick, all right? And I read this to everybody, all right? It says you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to the lawyer for advice before I ask you any questions. And if you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed.
Yep.
Do you understand? Oh, good. Do you, by chance, remember me at all?
Haze.
Okay. Back when you lived on Virginia, was that your house or did you live with somebody? You said, have you ever been married before? Or have you ever been married previous? Chad, what's your birthday? Are you thinking? You all right, Chad? Is there anything I can do to make you more comfortable? Are you hungry? Like, do you take any prescription medications that I can get for you?
Mm-mm.
All right. Do you feel okay now? Why don't we do this? Why don't you just tell me what's going on, what happened today?
I don't have anything to say. I don't really know.
And that's okay. Maybe we can work through this. Maybe we can help you remember. All right?
I have no clue.
All right.
What am I doing in here?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. All right? When's the last time you slept?
Monday,
Do you know what day it is today?
Thursday, Friday.
No, you're right. Thursday. Do you know what the date is? It's alright, I had to look myself. Today's the 15th. Why don't you take a drink of water? Maybe that'll help you. Maybe you're just a little dehydrated. You said you haven't slept since Monday? Are you tired now?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
A little bit. Not really.
When's the last time you ate any food? Breakfast, lunch?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what you ate? Did something make you upset?
I wasn't upset.
What were you feeling? Betrayed?
No. Never.
Happy? Was there weight on your back about something recently?
Mm-mm.
What happened today?
We were living in hell. Like, the world, hell. It's in the Bible. You shoot first, second, third. Well, first your wife.
You didn't what?
What?
You didn't get to finish your life?
No. Mm-hmm.
When you say that, do you mean you just kind of lost your way?
I'll wait for a lawyer. I really don't know. Like, give me a couple days and let me talk to a lawyer so that way I can get nice, good answers.
Do you have a lawyer?
Detectives were required to stop questioning him at that point, and that continuing the interrogation violated his rights. The result was significant. All statements Doerman made during this interrogation, including the alleged confession, were excluded from use at trial.
Is there somebody I can call?
Keith Doerman?
Is he related to you?
Yes.
Who's Keith to you?
My dad.
All right.
And then Ruby Franklin. She's in the CIA. Call her.
Is she a lawyer?
Huh?
Is Ruby a lawyer?
She's in the CIA.
All right. I know I heard you say that. I didn't know if maybe she was a CIA attorney or... but you said your dad is a lawyer?
We have a family lawyer.
But you don't know who that is?
No, I don't think I've ever met you either.
We've met. I remember you. You were the nice guy that lives on Virginia Drive.
Yeah.
Would you like a drink of water? You had left your door open and you were worried about someone having a key to it. And I checked it for you.
Who would have had the key?
I think you just left it open. I don't think anyone had a key.
Oh, you didn't check it. Did you lock it all up?
Well, you were there. We talked. I mean, we didn't have to lock it up. You were at home. Did you grow up on Virginia Drive, or did you just move there?
No, we
Where'd you grow up?
Felicity.
Oh, okay. Well, I was asking because I grew up on 132 there, right by across the street from Holly Hill, and I had a best friend that lived back on Virginia, so I was there every day. I was just curious if you grew up on there. We're at Felicity. Chad, you seemed upset about it. I'd like you to tell me a little bit about 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Name?
4.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was worried that I was saying that wrong.
7.
I couldn't tell you my kids' ages either. I just know
I
about.
don't even, yeah. You would have asked me. If you would have asked me 15 minutes ago inside that cop car, I could not have told you. If you would have asked me a week ago, I would not have told you.
Your ages?
I wouldn't have told you. I probably wouldn't. I wouldn't even be talking.
Last week,
Yeah.
what changed?
Mm-hmm.
Just feel like talking now.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you work at?
Kells. Insulation.
Is that a union job? How long you work there?
Mm-hmm.
Long time? A year? Long time?
Mm-hmm.
Did you work today?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember having to come home because you forgot some tools?
Tape.
Tape? Like the silver duct tape? Or what kind of tape are we talking about?
That tape.
Did you get it?
Mhm.
And did you go back to work after you got the tape?
Mhm.
And then what happened? Where were you working at today? Like on site, a job?
Orthopedics.
Where?
Orthopedics.
Oh, okay. And where's that at? In Amelia? In Anderson? And then at some point, did you decide that you wanted to go home and take a nap? Or did you finish out your work day? Did you come home again early? Let me ask you this. Did anybody at work irritate you today? Your boss? A coworker? Chad, I need you to stay with me. It's important. You good? Chad, you good? I need you to stay with me. This is important, all right? And I'd like you to tell me what happened. Have you been arguing lately at all? Now, don't tell me no, because I argue with my wife all the time. Marriage is not easy.
I don't really argue. Just kind of turn around and walk away.
Well, I guess I don't argue with my wife either. She's always right, because when I try and argue, it just makes it worse.
Pointless.
But I know that marriage is difficult, and if you're not arguing from time to time, then it's not, you're not having a meaningful marriage. So what we're arguing about, or what, do you remember asking you today if everything was okay with you?
My thoughts and crazy thoughts, and how I needed to go to the doctors, and I scheduled an appointment at the medical clinic to go there, and then I didn't go there. I went home, back to the doctors, and they looked at me and said, "Yeah, the hospital." And then take me. I had horrible thoughts, thinking I was living in the Bible.
Mm-hmm. I'm listening. Keep going.
It's
Tell me about those thoughts you were having.
And you gotta
The Bible's important to me. I'm curious of what kind of things you were thinking. Were you thinking about hurting yourself?
No,
Were you thinking about hurting?
I was gonna go to hell. Let them go to heaven. Because we're living in hell.
So you wanted to go to heaven? What about?
Heaven.
And how were you going to send them to heaven? Chad, did you shoot? Chad, this is important. Stay with me. Did you?
Is that how you were going to?
You shook your head no. Well, then how? Are children in heaven now? Yes. And how? Get to heaven.
Fly.
Like an angel?
Get an angel.
Is that where you deserve to be, is in heaven?
In heaven.
In a better place?
Yes.
And so your idea was to make God there in a kind way?
I'm not talking.
Do you fish?
Yes.
Have you taken them hunting yet? They're too young.
I'll tell you what.
You go hunting, do you have a particular gun that you use for hunting?
No, Mossberg.
Describe it to me. Does it have a wood stock?
Is it a shotgun? What do you hunt?
Deer.
Yeah, we got some deer hunters here too. Do you have more than one hunting gun or just one?
Why are we talking?
Because I'm trying to help you, Chad. I'm trying to help you. You're upset right now. Does your Mossberg shoot shotgun shells or does it shoot a different caliber? Chad, when you go fishing, where do you fish? Chad, I'm going to ask you something and I don't want to offend you, all right? But I need to ask this. Have you been using drugs? Street drugs?
No drugs ever.
Meth?
No. I've joked around about it, but never did meth, never did any type of speed, never did anything.
All right. No ice?
Nope.
No coke?
Nope.
No fentanyl?
Nope.
Just drink alcohol?
Yep. Love beer. I haven't had a beer in a while. Actually, I drink, no. I haven't had a beer in a while.
What's a while to you?
Like 2 days.
All right.
Usually I got at least drink 3, 4, 6 a night,
You guys, and I
I
don't
don't have to, but like, that's what I do, I go home, mow grass, drink a couple beers.
and there isn't anything wrong with that. But again, I
always do
don't.
that.
I don't want to offend you, but do you have a drinking problem? I mean, I mow grass and drink,
I-
but I'm just asking. Do you?
I don't think so. I think
Okay.
like by the weekends, I mean, yeah, you might drink 7, 8, but on weekdays you only drink 2 or 3. You got work.
Yeah. And you've never had a DUI, so I don't think that you have a drinking problem.
Nope, I haven't had a DUI.
All right, so yeah, I mow, I drink too. I get it. But you've never, dabbled in any street drugs or anything like that, you said.
Nope.
Do you take any prescription medications?
Nope.
Can you tell us a little bit about why you want to go to the little clinic?
It was poisoning me for a while.
When?
Months ago. He was putting shit in my food. It was so bad I couldn't even eat because I would taste it. And it was bad.
You did that today? Because you seem like you're in and out of it, like...
I don't know. Last night I couldn't sleep. After that I couldn't sleep. I didn't drink a beer.
Do you normally drink beer to help you relax and sleep?
Yeah. Sometimes, but no. But I feel like for the last 8 months, I feel off. 9 months off. Real off.
You seem a little off this afternoon. You feel like you're in and out of thinking things.
Yep. Yep.
Your thoughts, do they bother you?
Never listened. Never listened to me. I kept over and over. I said, I got bad thoughts. I got bad thoughts. Help me out. Take me to the doctor. Because I don't know. I don't know where I was going. I'd go to work and not even know I'm going to work. I kept calling mom. I kept calling dad. I kept calling everybody. I know. My whole family to help me. Nobody would help me. Nobody helped me at all. Just take me somewhere.
We're gonna get you some help, Chad. That's why we're here.
No,
That's why we're here.
I've asked and asked and asked. I can't do everything.
No, you can't.
Can't do it all. Can't do it all.
Do you make the money?
No.
So you're working hard every day. You're making the money to pay the bills. And you're just asking for some help and then you're not getting it.
No. Don't make me mad. I do it all. I just do it. I don't care. I ain't arguing. I don't care who does it. It just needs done. All finished. Let's go.
Is that why you were mad today?
It wasn't bad.
Because you couldn't get help?
Not bad. Not bad at all. Nothing. Wasn't drinking. No bad. What happened?
That's what I want to ask you. What happened today? I don't know. I wasn't there.
I don't know what happened today. What happened?
You tell me.
I don't know.
Well, when you came home from work, did you go and get your Mossberg?
What?
When you came home from work today, did you go to your safe?
I got foil tape.
Say what?
Foil tape.
Yeah, earlier today you had to come home because you forgot tape. And then later today, did you get in your safe?
Do you keep the gun in your safe, Chaz? Can't get to it.
Yes.
So is that where it normally is? Your hands?
To that safe?
Mm.
Well, is it a key or a combination?
Combination.
So it would help me and Mike if you would tell us what that combination is. Would you do that for me? What's your combination, Chad? Because my partner is there and he needs to check it.
52.
52?
96.
Say that again?
96.
96?
Yep.
52,
53.
96, 53. All right, I'm going to text that to him, okay?
Yep.
Is it a dial combination, Chad? It's got a dial you turn?
Yes.
Good.
Is it unlocked now?
I don't know.
Is there anything in it right now? If there was guns in it, how many guns do you own?
4, 5, 8, less.
Are they all long guns or are any of them
All
pistols?
guns. All long guns. No pistols.
Do you own any 22s? 222 rifles? Do either of those 22s have like a wooden stock?
All guns are wooden stocks.
Well, I have one that's black stock. It's all black. And it's more for defense. It's not for hunting. It's not like a nice rifle.
No.
Yours are all nice though, right? Like wooden, nice,
Yep.
collector's style.
Yep.
Do you remember getting any of those rifles today? No?
No.
Did you have any need for them today? Is there any reason why you would have needed them today?
No.
And the reason I'm asking is because earlier you told Mike and I that you wanted to send Evan.
We're in heaven.
And so that's why I'm asking, did you need that rifle to do that? Well, I'm confused. I don't know how you would send her to heaven if you didn't use your rifle. How would you have done that? These your old go to heaven. Chad. Heaven? Only were sent to heaven. Why were none deserved to go to heaven?
In the Bible.
What's the Bible say about women going to heaven?
It's good.
Well, did deserve to go to heaven because they didn't go? Why didn't they get to go?
Because David,
Well, you got to help me understand it.
why did I get to go?
You said that you wanted to go to hell.
I don't want to go to hell. I'm in hell.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood you. But help me understand why you didn't go to heaven. Is it because it wouldn't help you? Didn't get to go to heaven.
What happened?
I don't either. I'm only repeating what you told me. You told me to heaven, and I'm trying to figure out
Yeah, I don't know.
why. I wasn't there. You got to help me, Chad.
I wasn't there.
You were there. You were definitely there, Chad.
I was there?
Yes. You were home.
I wasn't there.
Chad, you were there.
I was working.
You did work today, but you came home.
Huh? I didn't go home. There ain't no way I went home.
Well, tell me where you
What time is it?
It is now
What are we doing here?
7:10.
What are we doing here? It's 7:10 at night.
Chad, I want to know who shot. Yes.
What are you talking about?
And who shot these good looking.
Who sent him to heaven?
What are you talking about sending them to heaven?
Well, that's what you said.
What?
You told us you deserve to go to heaven.
Yeah, all kids should go to heaven.
I agree.
I agree too.
Yeah. Okay.
Deserve to go too?
We're all God's children.
So everybody deserves to go.
Yeah. You'll be saved.
So did you help today to get there?
What?
Peace?
Is it your house?
Yeah.
Do you remember chasing through your yard?
What?
Do you remember chasing away through the yard, through the field there?
No.
A neighbor told us that you were chasing through this field. That's why I printed that picture out. I wanted you to show me where you were chasing.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
A neighbor told us that you were chasing through the field. And you had a rifle.
Holy.
Yeah. Holy sh**. So what happened?
Hello.
Have you ever had these thoughts before?
No. Never. I've been having crazy, like, thinking, like, watching people's hands flick and the whole entire world just moving so fast. Can't keep up. It was just driving me insane. I keep telling everybody, like, I'm going nuts. And they're like, you'll get help. No, well, no. Go get, like, anxiety medicine or whatever kind of medicine or whatever's wrong with you. I don't want to talk to you. I'm done talking to you.
Should have took you to the doctor today. Absolutely. Should have took you to the doctor and helped you. You were asking for help. Give it to you.
What?
Do you remember arguing or get shot? You trying to stop you from shooting? Chad, you'd mentioned to me and Mike that you believed you was poisoning you. Would you be willing to let us check to see if he poisoned you today?
I mean, yeah. And I swear on this, I have not done any drugs in my life.
I believe you. And I'm concerned I was trying to poison you. So I'm asking you if you said yes, you let us check. The way that they check that.
You can pull out my hair or my blood, whatever you want to do.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep.
Because that's important to find out if you were poisoned
you
today.
can go to my back spinal. I don't care.
What do you think? And I've read stories and seen stories over the years of poison with different things. What do you think would use to poison you? Because that would help the doctors check your blood. Do you think it's like rat poison, or do you think it's something she was putting in your?
Do that.
Okay. I mean, I better than me, so if you tell me that, I believe you. But okay, I need to know how we're shot today. It's important.
I don't know.
How do you think they got shot today?
I don't know.
Okay, if you had to guess, what would you think happened to them today?
I don't know. Is it really 7 o'clock?
It is 7 o'clock at night.
Not eating?
I can get you a snack. What do you like?
No, dinner. I was talking about dinner. Like,
I can get you something to eat right now.
no, I ain't hungry.
Okay. I didn't know if maybe some M&Ms would help you feel better.
No.
How late did you work today?
2:30?
What time you start? You must start pretty early, huh?
7?
What time do you go home to get the tape, you know? Is that around lunchtime?
I don't know.
Not sure. Did you have lunch today?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
8 service.
Oh, did you pack it from home? Or eat it at home?
Yeah.
Got it. And then you went back to work?
Yep.
And then you got home about 2:30? And is that when you did the little clinic? You mentioned the little clinic.
Yep.
And were you having headaches, or what were you feeling like?
I don't know. Headaches.
And you mentioned that you were having these thoughts and you were stuck in the Bible, I think you said. What does that feel like?
I don't know. Just ain't there. You're just going out of it.
You felt like you were out of it?
I don't know. No, I felt like I was just up living my life talking to you. Like, you know, I was talking to you and I was just, your thoughts.
And so you have to take you to the doctor, to the little clinic. Where is that from your house? Is that pretty close?
Amelia?
How far is that? 10 minutes?
Yeah.
And you want to take you because you thought the people there might be able to help you with these thoughts? Is that the help you were looking for? Is to stop these thoughts?
I don't know.
Did something hurt?
What?
Did something hurt? Did you like a headache or a stomach ache or
My ankle hurts.
your ankle?
Right down there. Not hurt too bad. My shoulder always hurts.
Is that why you want to go to the little clinic? Or to get rid of the thoughts?
The thoughts.
And you thought they might be able to help you? And were those thoughts, you said you felt like you were stuck in the Bible?
Yeah.
And did the Bible, did this story you were stuck in tell you to do something?
I printed that up. Like I said, I thought I knew you, so I was trying to figure out where I knew you from.
Where's that at? How did I get that picture? Is that my license?
Yes, sir.
So what do I look like? 168 pounds. Huh.
Have you ever had
I'm
thoughts?
dead. I'm dead, ain't I?
You're
I'm
not.
in hell.
You're not dead, Chad. You're not in
I'm in
hell.
hell.
You're talking to me and Mike.
I'm just gonna do this until the fire comes up and I'll just be burning inside this room.
Do you ever have thoughts of hurting other people? Is that something that you were going to talk to the doctor about?
No.
Never?
I would never hurt anybody. No. Unless you hurt me, but I would never hurt anybody, like shoot anybody or anything like that. I'll go knuckles to knuckles with you all day.
Well, you've been in some fights with your brother, right? I fight with my brothers
Oh yeah, we got fist fights.
all the time, probably.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yep.
But you've never had any thoughts to hurt yourself?
Yeah.
What about other people?
No.
Even a fleeting thought? Not something that you acted on, but just something that popped in your head and popped out?
No? I need a cigarette. Can I smoke a cigarette?
I have some cigarettes, but I can't give them to you just yet. We need to talk a little bit more before I give you a cigarette. All right?
I don't even smoke. Huh?
Well, it's up to you. If you want one, I'll give one to you here in a little bit, but not yet. We need to talk a little bit more. I need to find out what happened tonight. I need to know how you got to heaven.
I have no clue. I have no clue.
Okay. Well, how do you get to heaven? So maybe you're not in heaven.
Is this your water? You ever drink this?
That's yours. You can have it. Did you fire your gun today?
I need to step outside.
You getting hot?
I'm getting antsy. I don't know. Just confined space.
Did you fire your gun today?
No.
No. Did you fire any fireworks today?
Fireworks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting around that time of year where people let off fireworks. You said no?
No fireworks.
What if I told you that you did fire your gun today? Would you believe me?
Maybe.
What if I said you fired your gun today? Would you be lying?
I don't know.
Lie?
Yes and no.
You lie about? Mine tells me that you fired a weapon today.
I don't know. Where's the
Lie
lawyer?
says that you should know what I'm asking. I'm asking you. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking. You lie to me. Said you should.
You just said I
Them.
Yes.
Who shot those?
I don't know. Why am I in here? Why aren't I out there?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
That's what I want to figure out.
So help me.
Okay, let's walk out here and go find them.
But you told Mike and I that you are in heaven.
In heaven. Dead. But let's.
Yes, they are dead. Chad, who shot the?
I don't know.
You do know. You're not helping me.
I don't know.
Well, who get to heaven?
There.
I mean, somebody who get to heaven.
Well,
I never told you were dead. You told me you were dead. How did you know that?
you said somebody.
That doesn't mean you're dead.
So they're alive?
You told me you're
No,
dead.
they're alive.
Chad, you told me you're dead.
No, you said somebody.
I did say that.
Okay. Alive.
I have never said they were dead. You told me you're dead. How do you know that?
Because they got shot.
After you told me you were in heaven.
They got shot.
And don't give me, I don't know, bull. You know, tell me who shot him. If it wasn't Chad, who was it? Because you know who it
I
was.
don't know, but it wasn't Chad.
Was it the bad version of Chad that you don't like?
I don't know.
The Chad that has problems with their thoughts? That Chad? Holy shit's right.
You take these off me. I will not hurt you guys whatsoever.
No.
I don't hurt nobody. No, but I will never hurt anybody. I don't hurt anybody.
Well then, why are you dead?
I have no clue.
Do you love
I very much. More than anything in the world.
Well then, why tell me if you?
I shot who?
Why would you if you?
I didn't
Yes, you did.
You okay?
Who shot the?
Dude, I'm getting messed up in here. I gotta step outside. I need a cigarette or something.
You can't step outside. I will get you a cigarette at some point, but not right now. I'll get you food if you want food.
I can't even stay focused. I have no clue. There's no focusing in here.
Why don't we take a break? We'll go to the bathroom. If you wanted some food or a drink, we'll get you a drink. But we need to talk. All right? How about we start with the bathroom? You need to use the restroom?
No.
We'll come and get you if I find one. I want you to think about this while I'm gone.
My God. No, fuck. This is fake as fuck. Where's these cameras at? There's cameras. What am I in handcuffs for?
Yeah, sit down, Chad.
What do you need? Did you guys find those pouches?
We're looking.
Looking for Sean.
Okay.
He's on his way.
He carries that stuff with him. Hey, Sean, you mentioned that,
Sean?
you, right?
Yeah, he was confused because he said Sean.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
So, ways you feel that two Chads particularly good and need some help. And then the other Chad that I guess goes to work every day and makes a living and comes home and cuts the grass and has a beer. Are those two different Chads? You know what I mean?
What?
So there's the Chad that goes to work every day, makes a living, brings home a paycheck, cuts the grass, has a beer at night, gets along pretty well, has a family, goes hunting, goes fishing. Sounds like a pretty happy Chad.
Yeah.
And then there's this other Chad that has these feelings. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel good. So that's a different Chad. Yeah. And so how often does this other Chad that doesn't feel good, is that like every day? Is that getting worse? Is that why you asked for help?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you didn't get the help that you needed.
No.
So this other Chad that doesn't feel good, is he the one that wants to go to heaven? It's probably not the good Chad, the Chad that goes to work every day and drinks a beer and cuts the grass. It's probably a different Chad, right?
Yeah.
So could this other Chad have done that, which is why you don't remember it? You think that could happen?
What?
So it sounds like there's two different
Sounds what?
Chads. Shot. That wouldn't be the Chad that goes to work every
Did I
day.
shoot?
What's that?
Did I shoot?
You did.
Yes, Chad. Not gonna lie to you. Yes. And what Mike is asking, was it the bad Chad that you don't like? Or was it the happy Chad? Which Chad was it?
Oh, they
You did, Chad.
deserve to live their life. They go to heaven.
I agree.
What?
I agree with you.
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you guys are messing with me.
Chad wouldn't do that.
I would never mess with you about this, Chad. And I need you to be honest with us and tell us what happened.
Dude, I don't know. Like I want you to tell me I did it. I ain't telling you I didn't. You don't understand that.
We're trying to understand.
Dude, I'm not against you. All right? I'm not sitting here saying I didn't do it. I'm asking you to tell me if I did. That's why I'm sitting in this chair.
Well, Chad, I wasn't there and Mike wasn't there. We don't know what happened, but we can tell you it was. And said that you, and we want to know what happened.
I have no clue. Good?
I will. But I also want to know from Chad.
Look, just
I'm gonna ask every one of your neighbors. I'm gonna ask,
that is okay.
but I also want to ask you what happened.
I have no clue.
Chad, it's important to understand the why so that you can get some help, because it's really important to
Help?
understand the why. You said you need some help,
Yeah,
but you got to get past the why.
I did need help. I feel normal now.
What did you feel?
But I can't believe I did that. I don't believe that at all.
Well, who do you think did it?
I don't know.
See, I think it was the other Chad. I think it was the unhappy Chad that didn't feel very good. He couldn't get.
Is
the
that
help.
your gun? That's your gun, isn't it,
Yeah.
Chad?
Yeah.
What's that shoot? What rounds are in that?
Borrow the 22.
What is it?
Borrow the 22.
Okay. And do you normally keep it topped off, the magazine topped off,
It is a separate part.
in a separate part of
So,
your safe?
yeah. Well,
Okay, so the gun.
22's in the safe, and then it clips out of the gun, and it's up in the top shelf of the.
Okay, so for this gun to look like this, you would have to get the empty gun out of your safe and get the loaded magazine and put the magazine into the rifle, correct?
Yes.
Do you normally keep it topped off, you said? Or do you have to load rounds into the magazine? In other words, is the magazine in your safe empty or loaded?
Loaded.
And how many rounds does it typically keep? Do you typically keep
10.
it? Do you always keep 10 rounds in it?
Good, yeah.
Okay. And you said before that does not have access to that safe?
Huh?
You told me and Mike that does not have access to the combination?
Yeah. Before.
Ever get in your safe? So I've told my wife my combination to my safe, but I guarantee you she's forgotten it. She has no idea what the combination is.
I think I wrote it down before. Out of town, just in case.
But if you were out of town and you said you'd get something out of the safe for me,
No,
you'd be like,
nobody would ever open the safe. Safe don't get open for anything.
okay.
Ever. BB guns only. If BB guns stay in the safe. BB guns are in the safe. There's like real rifles, so you know how to treat a rifle.
Well, sure, you got to teach them early.
Yep. That way nothing bad happens.
So who got that gun out of your safe today?
It was not me.
It had to be you. There's
It was
nobody
not
else
me.
that has
It was not me, dude.
Was it?
No. But it was not me.
Does your father have access to your safe?
No.
Your mother?
Nobody does. It was not me.
Okay, so follow me, Chad. You're telling me nobody has access to your safe but you. Yet, I have a picture of your gun.
It was not me. It was not me.
How did we get a picture of your gun?
It was not me, dude. It was not me.
Is it possible that it was the Chad that has the thoughts? Is it possible that you did it but don't remember because it was a different version of you?
Was it that version that needed help that couldn't get help? That had those thoughts?
What?
You said there was another version of you that had those bad thoughts.
Bad thoughts?
That's what you...
Let me ask you this. Who handles that rifle? Obviously you, right?
Yeah.
Who else?
That's it.
Handled that rifle recently?
Yeah, maybe one time I made trigger and that was it. Just in case if anything ever happened.
How long ago was that?
10 years ago.
Have any ever handled that rifle? Recently?
No. No.
Okay, so the only person
We
recently
shot
that...
pumpkins in October.
So the only person recently that has handled that gun is you.
I ain't shot that gun in a while.
What's a while?
Like pumpkins.
So like Halloween.
Anytime I shoot a gun with me.
Okay.
So and I don't, and honestly, that's the only time we shot that 22 was for the pumpkins. Usually just we only take those out and just treat them like real rifles.
So when you say other than who else's DNA would be on that gun besides you?
I don't think so. Anybody's. I've cleaned that gun before.
Okay. So you are the only one that has access to the safe to get the gun, and your DNA is going to be on that gun. Who do you think shot that gun?
I don't know.
It wasn't the...
No. Definitely not. Wait, shot? Dude.
If you're the only one with access to the gun, and your DNA is the only DNA on the gun...
Hold on. Everything's like replaying. Everything's replaying.
Okay.
Like, am I in hell?
No.
This is hell.
We're having a conversation.
This is hell right here.
No. Follow me on this, Chad.
I'm in hell.
Chad, follow me.
Why would you be in hell?
Because it's the end of the world.
Why? I mean,
What do you mean?
why are you in hell? Why do you think you're in hell?
Wait. What's going on?
All right, follow me, Chad.
Oh, I want to take a break.
At home, I told you I have a safe in my house, and I have a rifle. If I told you that nobody else had access to that safe, and only my DNA was on that rifle, who do you think shot that rifle? Make yourself a detective. You are a detective, and you want to know who shot my rifle, and you know that I'm the only one that has access to it, and only my DNA.
Where's driver?
Who do you think shot my rifle? What's that mean, Chad? I'm a driver. What's that mean?
I don't know.
You said that earlier you told Mike and I that you were concerned that somebody was poisoning you, and we'd like to check that now if you're okay with it.
Yep.
Okay. The best way to check that is,
Can you find one of those pouches?
yep.
And you can hair follow, you can test me and everything.
Okay. First, we're going to try a urine test because that can check for some things, and then we might need to do a blood test later for other chemicals that might poison you. So let's do that, and then we'll get the dip. I think Sean's here. We're going to go out this way. This is Deputy Greer. If you would follow him and listen to what he tells you, he's going to do the poison test, right? And then
The Hamilton County Coroner and Crime Laboratory dated July 31st, 2023. A specimen was collected from Chad Doerman on June 27th for drug screening analysis. The results showed no ethyl alcohol and no drugs detected in the panels tested. However, the report does not indicate that a comprehensive screen for poisons, toxins, or heavy metals was performed.
found Sean.
Is it Chad? Hey, Chad. So, I kind of talked to Detective Ross here a little bit about what's going on. What is going on tonight? Listen, Chad, listen. I know.
I really don't know.
You do know.
I don't.
Listen to me. Okay, let me talk here for a second, okay? I watched a little bit of you talking, and every time that we talk about you put your head down. Your face is beet red. Somebody who doesn't know what happened, your face wouldn't be beet red because you really wouldn't know your face is beet red because you're nervous.
No, I'm not nervous.
What happened? What happened this morning when you went to work?
I went to work and then couldn't finish the dumper because I needed roll tape, extra roll tape, and I need one more. Went home, ate, and then after that I went back and put the tape back on there around the duct because Corey only gave me one roll of tape for the duct rack. And then after that I went back home.
You feeling well? Were you sick or you home?
Yeah.
Well, you said you ate when you went home the first time, right? So you didn't go home for lunch?
I forced myself to eat.
Okay.
Go and eat. Go on a walk.
Did you take a nap?
No, tried to. Just laid there.
Yeah. How come you haven't slept for a few days?
I don't know.
What kind of stress are you under? I mean, is it stress or
I don't know. I don't think it's stress. I don't know what it is.
have you had trouble sleeping in the past?
Never.
Never. When did this start?
Probably like, I don't know, a while ago.
Okay. You just started having trouble sleeping through the night? Just being
No,
out?
it ain't even sleeping. It's just like it's like I'm sleeping all the time.
What do you do like when
Yeah.
you can't sleep? Do you got a hobby that you do? Do you go out in the garage? Do you go outside? Do you do something to keep yourself occupied?
Yeah, like, well, not just me occupied, but I'll play.
Bed. So let's say through the night when everybody's asleep.
Oh, I just
and
lay
you're
in bed?
awake, you just lay there. Do you
Yeah.
watch TV?
Try to.
Yeah.
But I don't, like, I can't.
And then what? The alarm goes off and you start the day again.
No, the alarm don't even go off. I turn it off before the alarm even goes off.
Then you take a shower, eat breakfast, and go, or what?
No, I sometimes take a shower.
Yeah. So then last night when you came home, were you still under the same stress? Last night? So today's Thursday, it'd be Wednesday night.
Oh, I didn't have no stress. I don't think I had stress. I don't know.
Did you just lay in bed that night?
Last night?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
When all the to bed, do you have a good night?
Oh, yeah, we pray.
Yeah.
Pray to God. Do everything.
Do you remember going to the room last night? Mm-hmm.
No.
You remember you
Sometimes. Yeah, usually out. Yeah,
Yeah.
usually out.
out with friends?
No, like out in the
Sleeping?
living room.
Okay. In bed, and you come and you said, remember, I'll always love you. That was kind of odd. Not that you say you, just the way you said it. That you've been acting weird for a few days, just off. Didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. I've been asking everybody for help.
Asking people for help.
Yeah.
Do you have insurance, correct? Health insurance?
Yep.
Why didn't you go get help? Why does somebody else have to do it for you? I mean, you're the provider of the house, right? You go to work, you do everything. If you needed help, why wouldn't you go to the doctor?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I was always told never get a doctor.
Why?
I don't know.
Did you tell me the doctor sick?
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
So then when you got home today, after you went back and put the tape on, was home? What was said? Did you guys talk or anything?
No, I don't think so. Just trying to really turn away and, no.
What'd you do, go to bed or try and lay down or what?
I tried to lay down, I think.
Yeah. So then they left probably, right? They left the house for a little bit.
They did.
Chad, you know everything that happened. Listen to me.
Dude.
Listen, no. Listen. I've sat here and watched, and every time, or he shows you a picture, you flip it over. You know what happened
I didn't
tonight,
flip
right?
my picture. I didn't. It's over.
Help me understand what set you off tonight to make you just do the things that you've done. Help me understand. I can't help you if I don't know what the problem is.
I don't know, dude. I have no clue.
But something has had to have happened to be building this up for days or whatever, how long you've been feeling like this and not sleeping.
Well,
Something has triggered or something has set you off, something traumatic has happened.
no, nothing's traumatic has happened.
So have you struggled with mental illness?
I don't know.
Your whole life, you don't know?
I don't know.
But you can tell me what you did this morning when you went to work, but you can't tell me anything that's happened prior in your life.
No, I can't.
You can, you just don't want to.
No, I can't.
I need you to help me understand why you did this today. What has been going on causing you not to sleep, to make you think that you're acting off, to make everybody think that you're not acting the same? What has happened? I mean, how long have you been at your job?
A couple of years.
I mean, do you have any trouble at work?
No.
Your boss doesn't have any trouble? Do a good
Yeah.
job?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time. Yeah. Knock everything out, get it done. I'm able to leave early and get paid for 8 hours. I like it.
He takes care of you. That's.
Yep.
I mean, that's.
Yep. I can work 3 or 4 hours and work 6 hours or 8 hours. He'll pay me for whatever. It don't matter because I always get everything done.
As long as you get your job done, he's
Yep.
good with it.
Yep.
Have been hanging out with any friends here lately? Or you just go home? Hang out with family or what?
Yeah, just go home.
Hang out with family?
Yep.
When you come home, do you help take,
All the time.
yeah?
All the time.
Get pretty stressful because there's a lot.
No, not really. Just play the ball, toss the ball. Busy.
You wound up at times though, because neighbors say that out in the yard they can hear you yelling at them at times and arguing. Not just today. I mean, but that's a stress in every house. You come home from work, you're
Yeah, that's
tired.
normal.
Yeah.
Tell us about this neighbor dog that came over into your yard a couple weeks ago.
Oh, his name. Dog came over and he tried to throw us inside the shed. And then some tatted up dude came running after him, trying to get him. And then threw me a bat out of the shed. And I just held it up so that way, and I hit the brick so that way it scared the dog. And then the dog kept running around the house and trying to get back into the shed. And the guy kept chasing him around. That was the first time. And the second time, the dog came over, was cutting the grass, I playing, and I was weed eating. And then they might have went, I don't know which one. And then I walked him back over to the door, because anytime I turned around, he would come after me. So I just kept walking at him, and I gave the same blue lawnmower, and then I walked the dog because he was face forward, so I was able to walk the dog, and he would keep backing up, just growling. But if I turned at all, he would come after me. So I walked him all the way back over to their house, and I knocked on the door as he was standing in front of me, and then the girl opened the door, and then I said, "Dog." I had earbuds in. I said, "Dog," and then she said, and then I turned around. I started turning around, and then the dog, she came outside, and the dog ran around the house, and then I walked to the edge of the driveway. I turned around at that point because he ran away, and then I walked to the edge of the driveway, and I turned around, and he was right there, about to eat me. And then the other dude grabbed him, and then I just walked on over. And next thing I know, there's Cody, the guy I went to school with. he came to the house. He's like, "Did you tell him you was gonna get their dog?" I said, "No. I wouldn't. I wouldn't get a dog. I wouldn't get anything. I wouldn't get nothing. Nobody." And then he said, "Okay." And then that was the end of that.
Cody Corrales?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he went to Amelia too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Sean went to Amelia.
You went to Amelia?
So did I.
So did you?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I graduated 92. I'm a lot older.
So you know a lot of details about that story. How do you know so many details about that, but you can't tell me anything about what happened today?
I don't know. I really don't know, dude.
Well, let me tell you. There is absolutely no doubt that you should.
I mean, I did. I'm telling you.
Hold on, Chad. Let him finish. Hold on.
Witnessed it, right? Trying to stop you from shooting. You shoot. There is no doubt that you shot. What kind of man do you want to be, Chad? Do you want to be a monster
No.
that just
No.
kill?
I would never. No. No. No.
Or
I don't want to be that kind of man.
Or are you? Did you just have a breakdown?
A breakdown? No. No.
Which is it, Chad?
I don't want to be that kind of man.
Are you a monster,
I'm not a monster.
or are you Chad, who just had a breakdown and made some mistakes today, some bad mistakes? But we all make mistakes.
I'm not a monster.
So which one are you? Tell me.
I'm not a monster.
I don't think you are either. I think you had a mental breakdown today. But I also think you know what happened and you're scared to tell me.
I'm not scared. I'm
Chad,
not scared of anything. No,
I haven't lied to you, don't lie to me.
I'm not.
I've been nothing but kind to you,
I know, and I respect you, sir.
but there's no doubt in our mind that you should. But we want to know why, what happened.
I don't know.
And I need you to be honest with me and tell me.
I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I don't know anything.
It wasn't just that saw it. The firemen and the medics saw it also.
So if you
I don't even see me doing that. I can't even tell you that I did that.
Let's put that aside because you did. All right. Now, the question is, what kind of man are you? Are you the kind of man that made a mistake and had a mental breakdown? And if that's you, then we need to talk about it.
I don't think I had a mental breakdown, dude.
Then you did it on purpose. Then you shot on purpose.
I'm not a monster.
If you didn't have a mental breakdown, then you're a monster. Even
if I had a mental breakdown, I still wouldn't do that.
You stood over top.
What?
The firemen saw that. The medics. I just want to understand what happened.
Dude, I don't know. It was not me.
It was you. It was you. You shot these. You're a monster.
I'm not a monster.
Bullshit.
I'm not a monster.
What? I thought that I believed that you weren't, but you won't talk to me about it. You say you can't remember. That's bullshit. You remember something.
Dude, I didn't do it.
You gotta remember getting the gun out of the safe.
I didn't get the gun out of the safe.
You're the only one with access to the safe. How the fuck are you not the one that got the gun out of the safe?
I did.
You said your own words, your DNA is the only DNA on that gun. Other than these three, you're scared.
We're not here to talk about if you did it. We're here to talk about why.
I don't know.
We know you did it, but we have independent witnesses.
I don't know.
But
I don't know why.
I want to understand.
I don't. I really don't. I want to understand too. I want to understand too.
But something has happened that led up to this.
Nothing. I have no clue, dude.
So earlier in your interview,
I don't know.
Earlier in your interview, you said that you had been having some bad thoughts and that you wanted help. What were those bad thoughts?
I was in hell. I'm in hell and everything's just.
And you said heaven.
What were the thoughts that were going through your mind when you were asking everybody for help and they wouldn't help you? What was going on? What were you thinking about?
I don't know.
But that's something you said. I didn't make that up.
On that Thursday afternoon, the Doerman family was at their home in Monroe Township. From the outside, there was nothing about the house that would suggest it was about to become the center of a major homicide investigation. There was a mother. There were 3 children. There was a father. There was a home, and there was an ordinary family routine. But sometime that afternoon, everything changed. According to prosecutors, Chad Doerman returned home earlier than expected. What happened next would become the subject of an investigation involving multiple law enforcement agencies, prosecutors, defense attorneys, medical experts, and eventually the courts. The children were outside. Their mother was nearby, and then gunfire erupted. The first responders who arrived at the property were confronted with a scene
in his own words
that would stay with them
detectives
long
questioned him
after they
about what
left.
happened.
3 children
And
had been
knowing what
shot.
happened afterward,
Their mother
some
had
of his
also been
answers take on a
injured.
very different
Doerman was
significance.
still at the property. A
Quick
firearm was
editorial note,
involved.
the raw footage
And
contained
within
frequent
minutes,
brief audio
the
redactions,
investigation became a
most of which
homicide
appear to mask
investigation.
names.
The children's
We
names
also
would
removed
soon be
extended
everywhere.
periods of dead air
Clayton,
from the original recording
Hunter,
to improve
Chase.
the pacing.
But before they became names in news reports, they were brothers. They were children growing up
If you
together.
don't mind, just wait
They
a
had a
couple
mother.
minutes. I'd like to talk
They had
to
a
you, but there's
father.
a couple things I
They
gotta
had a
do
home.
first, and then
And they had a future
that's
that was
okay.
suddenly
That's
taken
fine.
away. The
Yep.
oldest, Clayton, was
Yeah,
7.
it's my aisle.
Hunter was 4. And Chase was 3. 3 different ages. 3 different personalities.
Appreciate it.
But 3 brothers whose lives ended on the same day.
Chad, I'm Mike
The
Ross.
tragedy was
Got
not
your-
only that 3 children were
Wanna stand
dead,
up?
it was
Put these
that
in
the
the front,
person
okay, so
accused
it's more
of killing them
comfortable.
was the
I don't
man
know if I'm able to
who was
hit this button.
supposed to
These
protect
cuffs are
them.
pretty old.
Their father.
There
When
we go.
deputies
Just wanna
arrived,
make sure they don't get
Doerman
tighter
was
on
taken into custody. The immediate concern was securing
Like
the
I was saying,
area
I'm Mike
and
Ross.
making sure there were no additional
We've met
threats.
before,
The
but
scene was
probably don't remember. It's
preserved.
back in
Evidence was
2015.
collected.
I came out to
Witnesses
your
were
house when you
identified,
were on,
and
Virginia
investigators
Drive.
began reconstructing what had
You lived on
happened.
Virginia.
The
You
first
remember that?
question was simple.
I
What
wanna talk
happened?
to you about what
But
happened
the
today,
answer
but I
would
gotta
not
read
be
this to you
simple.
real quick,
Because
all right?
investigators were about to discover that the person at the center of the
I read
case
this to
had a story
everybody, all
to
right?
tell.
You said
Chad
you had the right
Doerman
to
was
remain silent.
transported
Anything
to
you
the
say can be
Clermont
used
County
against you in
Sheriff's
court. You have the right
office.
to talk to the lawyer for
There,
advice before asking
investigators
any
questioned
questions,
him,
if you
and
cannot
the
afford a
interview
lawyer,
would
well,
eventually
get one.
become one of the most important
Yeah,
pieces of
understand.
evidence
Oh,
in the
good.
entire case.
Do you,
At
by
the
chance,
time,
remember me at all?
investigators believed they were getting answers, but months later,
when
attorneys
you
would
lived on
argue that
Virginia,
the interview
did
itself had
you,
been conducted
was that your house, or
unlawfully.
did you live with
That legal
somebody?
battle would ultimately
You said-
change the course of the
Have you ever
case.
been married
But on that first day,
Or have you ever been
investigators did not know that.
Previous?
They were trying
what's
to
your
understand a terrible event.
thinking?
They needed
You
to
all right,
know what
Chad?
had happened. They
Is there
needed to
anything I
know
can do to make
why.
you more comfortable,
And they
or are you
needed to know
hungry?
whether Doerman was
Do you take any
responsible.
prescription medications
According to
that I can get
authorities,
for you?
Doerman made statements during his interrogation that investigators consider confession.
okay now?
The Clermont
Why
County
don't you-
Sheriff's
why don't
Office
you just-
announced
why don't
after
you
his
just tell
arrest
me what's
that he had
going on, what
confessed to
happened
killing
today?
his 3 sons. The allegations were extraordinary. Prosecutors would
okay.
later
Maybe
say
we
that
can
the
work through
killings
this.
had been
Maybe we can
planned.
help you remember.
They would allege that Doerman had thought about killing his son for months. They would allege that the children had been deliberately targeted. And they would eventually charge him
trying to
with
figure
9
out.
counts of aggravated murder,
Right.
8 counts of
When's
kidnapping,
the last time you slept?
and 4 counts of felonious assault. The potential punishment was the most severe available under Ohio law. The death penalty was on the table. But before a jury could
know what
ever
the
hear
date
the
is?
alleged confession,
It's all
the
right.
defense
I
would
had to look
attack the
myself.
interrogation itself.
Today's the
The
15th.
argument was not simply that
Why don't you
Doerman
take a
was
drink of water?
innocent.
Maybe
The
that'll help.
defense argued that investigators
Maybe you're
had
just a little
violated his
dehydrated.
constitutional rights.
You said you haven't
That
slept since
distinction would
Monday?
become extremely important
tired now?
because the American justice system does not simply ask whether the police obtained useful information. It
When's the last
asks
time
whether
you
they
ate any
obtained that
food?
information legally.
Breakfast,
When police
lunch?
arrest a suspect and begin questioning him,
You mean what you
constitutional
ate?
protections come into play.
Something make you
A
upset?
suspect has the right to remain silent. A suspect has the right to
what
an
are you
attorney.
feeling?
And once those rights are
Betrayed?
invoked under the applicable legal standards, investigators have to respect them. The defense claimed that Doerman
was
had
this,
asked for an attorney
weight on your back
during the
about
interrogation.
something
They
recently?
argued that investigators continued questioning him anyway. The prosecution disagreed with the defense's characterization. And eventually, a judge had to examine the interrogation itself. The question was no longer simply what Doerman had said. The question was whether those statements could legally be used.
Listen
The
to
suppression
Doerman in his own
hearing
words as
became one of the
detectives
most
question him
important
about what
moments
happened.
in the case.
And knowing what
Investigators
happened afterward,
testified.
some of his
Attorneys
answers take on a
argued.
very different
The court
significance.
examined the circumstances
Quick editorial
surrounding
note,
the questioning.
the raw footage
And
contained
eventually,
frequent brief
Judge
audio
Richard
redactions,
Ferentz issued his
most of which
decision.
appear to mask
The judge
names.
ruled that Doerman's Miranda
We
rights
also
had
removed
been
extended
violated.
periods of dead
The
air
court
from the
found that
original
investigators had
recording to
failed to
improve the pacing.
properly and fully advise him of his rights before beginning the custodial interrogation. The court also found that Doerman
Don't
had
mind, just wait a
unequivocally
couple minutes.
invoked his
I'd like
right to
talk you, but
counsel
there's a
during the
couple things I gotta do
interrogation,
first, and then-
and that questioning nevertheless
That's okay?
continued.
That's fine.
As a result,
Yep.
The judge ordered that statements from that custodial interrogation be suppressed. That included the alleged confession. The prosecution could no longer simply bring a recorded interrogation into court and play for the jury as part of its case in chief. It was a major victory for the defense, but it did not end the prosecution. The state still had the events of June 15th. It still had physical evidence. It still had witnesses. It still had the surviving victim. And it still had a case involving 3 dead children. The suppression ruling also created a strange situation. The public had heard that Doerman confessed, but legally, the jury would not necessarily hear that confession. The difference between what the public knows and what a jury is legally allowed to consider can be enormous, and that difference became one of the defining features of this case. But the legal battle was only beginning after the interrogation was suppressed. Doerman's defense changed the direction of the case again. In March 2024, his attorneys entered a plea of not guilty by reason of insanity. That meant the case was no longer only about what Doerman allegedly did. It also became about his mental state. Could he understand what he was doing? Could he understand that it was wrong? Was he legally responsible for his actions? Those questions would require psychiatric evaluation. The court ordered an examination. The prosecution and defense now face another battle. One side would argue for accountability. The other would argue that mental illness had to be considered, and above all of this was the possibility of a death sentence. The case had begun with a 911 call. It had moved to an arrest, then to an interrogation, then to a suppression hearing, then to an insanity plea. And every development seemed to make the case more complicated. But there was another person at the center of a tragedy. The boy's mother. She survived the shooting. But survival did not mean escape from the consequences. She had lost 3 children, and she would have to live with that loss for the rest of her life. The same was true for the children's extended family, grandparents, relatives, friends, people who would watch the boys grow up. For them, the legal arguments could never fully capture what had been lost. A courtroom could determine guilt. A judge could impose punishment. But no verdict could return Clayton, Hunter, or Chase. The case also attracted enormous attention online. People watched the interrogation. They watched body camera footage. They followed court hearings. They discussed the allegations. They debated the insanity defense. And they tried to understand how a father could be accused of killing his own children. But true crime has a responsibility. The victim should not disappear behind the name of the accused. The 3 boys should remain at the center of the story. Clayton, Hunter, Chase, their lives were more than the circumstances of their deaths. They were children, and remembering that matters. As the case moved toward trial, prosecutors continued preparing their evidence. They had to establish what
Something happened during
They
that
had to
interview that would
establish who was
eventually lead a
responsible.
judge to rule
They had to
that the
confront the
interrogation
insanity
could not be
defense.
used at trial.
And they had to do it
And before we get
without
into that
relying
legal
on a
battle,
suppressed
we're going to
interrogation.
see and
The
hear
defense,
the interview
meanwhile,
for ourselves.
had an important
We can
ruling
listen
on
to
its
Doerman
side.
in his own
The
words
alleged
as
confession
detectives question
could
him
not
about
simply
what
be
happened.
played for the jury.
And
The
knowing
case
what
would have to be
happened
proven
afterward,
through
some of his
admissible
answers take on a
evidence.
very different
That created a
significance.
completely different
Quick
courtroom
editorial
challenge.
note. The
A
raw footage
confession can
contained
dramatically
frequent, brief
simplify a
audio
prosecution.
redactions,
Without
most of which appear to
one,
mask names.
prosecutors have to build a
We
story
also
from
removed extended
individual
periods
pieces.
of dead air from the
Physical
original recording
evidence,
to improve the
witness
pacing.
testimony, forensic evidence, 911 calls, police observations, and expert testimony. Each piece has to fit. The jury has to believe the evidence,
That's okay.
and the prosecution has to satisfy the burden of proof. As the trial approached, the possibility of a death sentence remained. Ohio law permits capital punishment in qualifying aggravated murder cases, and the state had initially pursued that possibility.
Stand up.
For
Put
Doerman,
these in the front, okay?
the
So it's
stakes
more
could not have been
comfortable.
higher.
I don't know if I'm
If
able to
convicted
just
on the
button
most
these
serious
cuffs are pretty
charges and
old.
sentenced to death,
There we
his
go.
case could have
I just wanna make sure
continued
they
to
don't get tighter
appeals for
on you.
years. If the jury rejected the death penalty,
Like I was saying,
he
I'm
could
Mike
potentially
Ross.
face life
We've
imprisonment.
met
And if the
before.
insanity
You probably
defense
don't remember us
succeeded,
back in
the
2015.
legal consequences
I came out
would
to
be
your
different
house
again.
when you were on
Everything
Virginia
depended on
Drive.
what happened next. But
We
then
lived on
came
Virginia.
another
Do you remember that?
unexpected turn. The
I wanna talk
trial
to you about
never
what happened today,
unfolded
but I
in
gotta
a
read
way
this to you
many
real
people
quick,
expected.
all right?
On August 2nd,
read this to everybody.
Chad Doerman
Right?
appeared in court for a
It says you have
plea
the right to
hearing.
remain silent. Anything
Instead
you
of
say can
proceeding
be used
toward a
against you
capital
in court. You have the right to
trial,
talk
he
to a lawyer for
changed his
advice
plea.
before I ask you
He
any
pleaded
questions, and if
guilty.
you cannot
The
afford a lawyer,
agreement
one will
reduced the
get one.
enormous list of charges to
Understand?
3 counts
Okay.
of aggravated murder
You, by
and
chance,
2 counts of
remember me at all?
felonious assault. The 3 aggravated
Chase.
murder counts represented the deaths of his 3
Back when you lived on
sons,
Virginia,
Clayton,
did you,
Hunter,
was that
and
your house, or
Chase.
did you live with
The plea
somebody?
agreement also meant
You
that
said-
Doerman would no
Have you ever
longer
been
face the
married
death
before?
penalty.
Or have you ever
Instead,
been married?
the judge sentenced him to 3 consecutive
Okay,
life
what's your
sentences without the possibility of
thinking?
parole.
You all
He
right,
would
Chad?
spend the rest of his life in
Is there
prison.
anything I can do to
There would
make
be
you
no
more
release
comfortable? Are you
date,
hungry?
no possibility of
Did you take any
parole,
prescription
and no
medications that I
return to
can
the
get for
community.
you?
The courtroom heard statements from members of the family. The words were not simply
feel
about
okay now?
punishment.
Why
They
don't we
were
do
about
this? Why don't you
loss.
just- why don't you
One
just tell me
statement
what's
came
going
from
on, what happened
Doerman's
today?
stepdaughter. She described the extraordinary conflict of trying to reconcile the
That's
father
okay.
she had
Maybe we can
known
work through this.
with the
Maybe we
person
can help you
responsible for the
remember.
deaths of the boys.
All right.
She expressed that she could never forgive him,
Right.
but she also explained that she
What am
could
I
not
doing?
erase the years when he had been a father figure in
That's
her
what we're
life.
trying to figure
The
out.
children's mother also released a statement.
When's
She
the last time
expressed
you
agreement
slept?
with how the criminal
Monday.
case had been resolved, but she asked for privacy.
Thursday.
And she asked people to remember the
Friday.
boys for who they were.
Right.
That request is perhaps one of the most important
You know
parts
what
of
the
the
date
entire
is?
case. Because
It's
when a
all right.
tragedy
I
becomes
had
a
to look
national
myself.
story,
It's
the people who
15.
survive it can lose control of their
Why don't
own
you take a drink of
memories.
water? Maybe
The
that'll
public
help you.
remembers the headlines.
Maybe you're
The
just a little
family
dehydrated.
remembers the children.
So
There
you
is a
haven't slept
difference.
since Monday?
The headlines
Are
say,
you tired now?
3 boys killed, father arrested, confession suppressed, insanity plea, death
the last time you
penalty,
ate any food?
guilty plea, life
Breakfast,
without parole.
lunch?
But the family remembers something else.
Do you remember what
They
you
remember
ate?
birthdays.
Did something
They
make you
remember
upset?
voices. They remember
What was
smiles. They remember
What-
ordinary
how were you
days.
feeling?
They remember the boys
Betrayed?
before June 15th, 2023. And perhaps
Happy?
that is how they should be remembered,
Was-
not only as
was there
victims,
a weight
but
on
as
your back
children who
about
lived,
something
children who
recently?
had names, children who had people who loved them,
What
children
happened
whose lives should never be reduced to the worst day of their family's history. The legal case against Chad Doerman is now resolved through his guilty plea and sentences. The interrogation that once appeared to be one of the strongest pieces of evidence against him was suppressed
You didn't what?
because the court found violations
You didn't
of his
fir-
Miranda
You
rights.
didn't get to finish
The insanity
your life?
defense never reached a full trial. The death penalty was removed from consideration
You say that, do you
through
mean
the
you just
plea
kinda
agreement,
lost your way?
and the final punishment was 3 consecutive life sentences without parole. But the case leaves behind questions that cannot be answered by a sentence. Why did this
Do you have-
happen? What warning signs existed? Could anyone have prevented it? What happens when a family is caught inside a crisis that nobody fully understands until it's too late? These are difficult questions, and there may never be answers that feel sufficient. What we do know is that on June 15th, 2023, 3 children lost their lives. Their names were Clayton, Hunter, and Chase. Their father was arrested. An investigation followed. A controversial interrogation became the subject of a constitutional challenge. A judge suppressed the interrogation. An insanity plea was entered. And eventually, instead of facing a capital trial, Doerman pleaded guilty. 3 aggravated murder convictions followed, and 3 consecutive life sentences without parole. The courtroom chapter was finished. But for the family, there is no such thing as a finished chapter. Grief doesn't follow a court calendar. It doesn't end when a judge leaves the courtroom. It doesn't disappear when the cameras stop recording. It stays, it changes, and it becomes part of the lives of everyone who remains. That is why stories like this must be told carefully. Not because the accused deserves fascination, not because violence deserves entertainment, but because understanding what happened can remind us of the value of the lives that were lost. Clayton, Hunter, Chase, 3 brothers, 3 children, 3 lives, and 1 family forever changed. The story of Chad Doerman became a national criminal case, but the story of Clayton, Hunter, and Chase was never supposed to become a crime story. They were supposed to grow up. They were supposed to go to school. They were supposed to have birthdays. They were supposed to become adults. They were supposed to have futures. Those futures were taken away, and no legal proceeding can give them back. The law can determine responsibility. The courts can impose punishment, but only memory can preserve the lives of the people who were lost. So when this case is remembered years from now, remember more than the defendant. Remember more than the interrogation. Remember more than the courtroom. Remember the 3 children at the center of it all. Clayton, Hunter, and Chase. May their names be remembered not because of how they died, but because they lived. And may the people who loved them be allowed to remember them not as headlines, but as sons, as brothers, as children, as human beings. That is where this story should ultimately end. Not with the accused, not with the crime, but with the victims. 3 young boys whose lives mattered, and whose memories will remain long after the courtroom doors have closed.